So in this thing, we will now do two things. One is obviously things related to the assignment 12, and then we will discuss some of the things which we are gonna, which kind of, I would not say indirectly a hint, but it's like where you can try to focus for final from final exam perspective. See, uh, first and foremost thing I'll say, there were 12 assignments, and roughly you have around per assignment on an average you can say you have 8 to 9 questions. So roughly you have 100 questions with you. You ensure that these 100 questions you do properly. Uh, like formulas related to that, the concepts related to that. You must ensure that those 100 questions, near about 100 questions, approximately 100 questions are done, are done properly. Because if you have done that thing properly, you will see that you will find exam not so difficult. Yes, there were a lot of, you can say that the course is quite wide in nature, and it is primarily because the charging is itself is a system where we have to do controlling, where we have to do communication, where we have several stages of power conversions. So we discussed them in detail in this course. So I mean, it is not just the power electronics course, or it's not just the communication related course. It's the combinations of 2 3 areas which have been there. So that's the reason why the course is quite a wide in nature. But from the perspective of exam, I'll just say that I'll just my suggestion would be you ensure that those 100 questions which is there as a part of assignment, you must uh, go through it thoroughly and prepare according to that. I mean, the assignment questions are very are designed in such a manner that it will give you a good amount of hints what kind of questions can come in the final. That's the first thing. Uh, yes, question assignment 12, question number 5. We have already sent it for reevaluation with answer equal to 2. I'll just discuss that as well as we go along. So that is one thing. Second is, if you wanted to, okay, let's say you cannot able to complete the entire course in total, then if you can able to focus on the things related to charging sequence, like first 4 lectures and then lectures after 48, that means not including power electronics part, then you can easily get at least 30 to 30 marks, at least 25 to 30 marks you can easily get. That is one another hint I just wanted to say. And then and then the third thing is, let's say if in power electronics you cannot able to finish the entire portion, then you can just focus on some of the key topics are boost PFC, totem pole PFC, how to solve the input output relationship, how to actually uh, 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 basically find out the output voltage. Those kind of questions you can expect. Then in case of a three-phase AC/DC converter, there are only inductance and capacitance, and then some of the questions related to power factor also you can think about. Then comes your PSFB. There is that time questions which were asked in assignment. That kind of questions can also ask. Some of the things related to that, like multiple choice questions, can also be asked. In DAB, we have just two important formulas in the entire thing, like maximum power transfer and the average power transfer from the input to output side, that we have seen. Then your switching loss, how to switching loss is there. What is the meaning of short switching, that you can see. Then then comes your, as I mentioned, your charging sequences part. That part, if you do it properly, and first 3 4 lectures, and then after 48 to 60, then you can easily, get 25 to 30 marks. But again, what I'm trying to say is, you have to focus on the assignments. And I'm saying this does not mean that I am saying the portions which are there is not important. You have to go through the lectures. You have been given the video lectures are already there. uh, you will also have good amount of this PDFs are also being given to you. Each PPTs have been given to you. In case you could not go through the video lectures, you can just go through the PPTs and can able to understand what are things are happening over there. The key is, again, I'll tell you, the key is the assignment problems. You must ensure you redo once again the assignment problems and try to understand things in a much better manner. So another question is there any advanced version, a course of the same in the next course? As of now, there is nothing, but there are things which I did not cover in the entire course. For example, EMI, EMC for the chargers, like how, what are the charging standard, what are the standard defining those things, how you can ensure that EMI, EMC from the power conversion unit is within the permissible limit. That I have not covered. Then some more advanced converters I did not cover, like for example, LLC based, the resonant based DABs I have not covered. That is something which is pending. Maybe if it comes, I mean, I cannot say anything, but yes, there are other level of, then if you are, let's say you are going for very high power charging, then you have modular multi-levels converters which are there. You have modular multi-level DC converters are there. So those things are also there, which has a good amount of content. But so those things are there. Then, I mean, if you see, I mean, another advanced level course will, I mean, will also include how we can, develop, I mean, basically implement those PLC modems, I mean, the communication, those things. That part we are not, we have discussed what all things are there in the things. So those things can be there. The communication between EVSC and central and AC type 2 is taken place using following protocol. Okay. See, wherever there is a communication between EVAC and the central management system is obviously using OCPP. There is only one protocol which is OCPP, which defines between the communication between EVSC and the central management system. And between the EV and EVSC, it's the SAEJ1772 in case of AC type. So there are two things. One, on one hand, you have communication between EVAC and the central management system, that is happening using OCPP, and between EV and EVAC, that is happening using SAEJ1772. It is straightforward. It is straightforward. In CCS2 also, the communication between the EVSC and the central management system is happening using OCPP, while the communication happening between the EVSC and the EV is using IEC 61851 or different stand ISO 15118 based communication. So that is 100, that is straightforward. It is that is there. So wherever there is a communication between EVAC and the central management system, it is happening using the OCPP based protocol. Okay. Now let me quickly go through the assignment 12, and then I'll again come back and take some of the questions if you have for me. Okay. So am I does my screen visible to you all?
Visible, sir. Visible.
Yes.
So in the first question in CAN 2.0A,
Sir,
how many?
zoom
Yes.
the maximize the screen, sir.
Is it okay?
No, no. Okay. Screen is okay, sir, but zoom it, sir.
Now?
Okay. Now okay, sir. Now okay.
See, the first
Thank you, sir.
question is, thank you. CAN 2.0A, how many unique messages? So CAN 2.0A has 11-bit identifier. The moment you have 11-bit identifier, the moment you have 11-bit identifier, you have 11-bit identifier, it indicates that you can have 2 raised to power 11 unique messages. You can define unique addresses. You can define, that means you can have 2 raised to power 11 unique messages you can have. Similarly, if let's say you have CAN 2.0b, it has 29-bit identifier, that indicates you can have 2 power 29 unique messages. So it is for CAN 2.0a, it is for CAN 2.0b. You have to just understand how many bits identifier is been there. So for answer for this is answer C. Then the second problem, okay, it is quite a important kind of problems you can say. It is given that this kind of message is given. Now you have to identify what is the type of message. So the first and foremost thing by which you can say that is what kind of message is using the first thing, which is the message type ID. So the message type ID here, it is 3, which indicates that it is the call result. So that is the reason why it is the call result. If it is 2, then it is the call type message. If it is 3, it is the call error type of message. So, and if it is if it is 4, it is call error type message. If it is 3, it is the call result message. So answer is call result. Now in question number 3, uh, 4 nodes are there, and 4 nodes are trying to communicate with each other. They are trying to put the messages onto the CAN bus, and all the messages which they are trying to put have the message ID 85, 89, 132, 200, irrespectively from the node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4. Now we know that the lower the message ID, larger will be the priority of the message, and that's when that's when the node which is trying to push the message with the lower message ID will win the bus, or you can say will win the arbitration, and will now own the CAN bus and then put the entire messages onto the CAN bus. So the lowest mode one is the 85 message ID, and that is sent by the node 1. So that's why node 1 will win the CAN bus, or will win the arbitration which is happening among all the 4 nodes, and will now own the CAN bus, and then we put the message into the CAN bus. So it's the node 1. So you have to just find out which node has the lowest message ID. That's the answer for question number 3. Then question number 4, again a kind of important question. So here the message is been given. So it indicates that it is a OCPP 1.6J message, which indicates that the first is message type ID. So message type ID is 2. That is 100% sure. Then the second one, the 2 indicates that it is the call message. Since it is a call message, the second field is nothing but is your message ID, and here the message ID is 10010 because it is given over here. So that is what is the message ID. And then after that comes your action. Your action, what is the action? So it is nothing but the remote start and transaction. So the action is C. 4 is C, and payload, whatever the data which is sending is payload, which is defined in payload fields. In payload fields you have several fields, which is here it is ID tag. So if ID tag. So that is the correct answer, which is nothing but answer D. So that is what. In question number 5, let me discuss question number 5. In question number 5, it is given that your sorry. Okay. In question number 5, it is given that your message ID is 080956F4. The moment we write 0x, it indicates that it is the hexadecimal. So now you have to represent that hexadecimal in decimal. So one by one, first hexadecimal bit we will take and you will define 0000. It is 0. It is 8. 8 means using 4 which you have to define 1000. 0 again 009. It is using this. 5 using this. 6 using this. F using this. 4 using this. This is F. This is 4. This is 6. This is 5. This is 9. This is 0. This is 8. What is written? Now the first 3 bit we have to neglect. There is of no use because 29 bit identifier, that means first 3 bit we have to neglect. And then after that the 3 bits which are there are the priority bits. So priority bits is 010, which is corresponds to 2 in decimal. We have already sent for revaluation, it will be reevaluated. So that our correct answer is 2, as pointed by many of you. It is correct. Its 2 answer is the 2. So that's why answer is 2. We have already sent for this. Now, as per this one, if the message ID is obtained at this, what will be the statement? So the first thing which you see, F4 is nothing but your destination as per the identifier, PDU for identifier. The next two is for the charger, address for the charger. So address for the source. Sorry. So the destination is F4. F4 means corresponds to BMS. So that's why the destination is BMS. 56 corresponds to the address of the charger, or you can say, sorry, address of the charger, the controller in the charger. So that's why the source is nothing but the charger. That's a distinct thing. Then comes the question number 7. In question number 7, it is given that this is your message ID. Then what is the PGN, which is the parameter group number of this message? So parameter group number is nothing but this particular 013. So that is what is given. His answer is B. I have also done this part in lecture number 57 also, this type of things. Then in one question it is given that this is the message data which has been extracted. So what is the minimum cell voltage? Now if you see the minimum cell voltage, how you can obtain is, you can now define your you can now obtain your this message. In the message there are several so in the raw data there are several data which are sending. So the minimum cell voltage is sent from, you mean having the second starting point is the second byte. So you will take the second byte which is 010E, which corresponds to 217 decimal, and we have given the resolution which is 0.01, so it is 2.7 volt which has been there. That is what is the answer which we have. See, there are several things which is defined. The message description of message. So start byte for minimum cell voltage is 2. So we have defined, and the resolution is 0.01. So that will give you the answer 2.7. Which is 2. Now in question number 9, which of the statement is true? Obviously, the call message has a unique ID. So A is correct. And call result will have the same ID as that of the call message. So C is correct. So that is what we will go here. And in question number 10, so we have the use cases with OCPP messages, we have the test cases, we have the configuration keys, we have the data types, we have the profiles, but we do not have the class. So class is the correct answer. So this is what is all about assignment number 12. And this we have already shared with you. We have already sent for re-evaluation of question number 5 for correction. And that's all from my side for today. If you have any question, please ask me. I will be happy to address your concerns. Again, I'll tell you, for examination, final examination, you do redo all the assignment by yourself, because assignment questions are very important. They will give you good, very good understanding what will be the final examination. You may find many of the questions, you know, you will find a lot of hints from the assignments. So please do the assignment again and again. I'll just say this thing. Anything else you want to ask? Sir, I have, this is the first course I have initiated in NPTL. I don't have any course on January, July 2026. Maybe in future, maybe going 2 or 3 years down the line, I will record one more lecture and put it, but not in near future. This course will again run in the next August to that semester. It will again run 2026. Not anything is there on January. I hope the course gave you good amount of idea about assignment 5, question number 1, how to calculate sidebands harmonics. Share this screen. Okay, so how to find the side bands? So we know that our side bands, let me put the full screen. Okay. That our side bands, our things will be IMF plus minus J, where MF is nothing but FC by FM. FC is the carrier frequency and FM is the fundamental frequency. So we have to ensure that this thing is there. For example, the fundamental frequency is given at 50 hertz and the carrier frequency is given as 100. So our MF will be nothing but 100. Now I and J, if I is even, then J will be odd. If I is odd, then J will be even. So first, if we take the odd, so odd is first number is 1. So I have put 1. Again, this is obviously we have one harmonic content at the fundamental, which is 50 hertz, and then we have the next sets of harmonics. So which is I. So you put odd number. The first odd number is 1, and even number is 0 to 4. So you have the term which is at MF plus minus 2, MF plus minus 4. MF is 100, so we have put 100. Then you have MF plus minus 2, so we will put 100 plus minus 2, so it is 102 as well as 98. Then we have MF plus minus 4, we have 104 and 96. So we have harmonic content in 96, 98, 100, 102 and 104. Now this is in terms of MF. In order to ensure actually where is the frequency, so this you have to multiply it with the 50, because this is the harmonic number and this harmonic number is the harmonics of the fundamental. So you have to do multiplied by 50 in everything, and that will give you the actual frequency, at which frequency you will see the sideband. So when you do 96 into 50, you will get some, I think 400 hertz. If you do 98 into 50, you will get 49 hertz, 4900 hertz. If you do do 50 into 1000, it is 50 into 100, it is 5000. 102 into 50, it is 5100, and then 104, it is 5200. So accordingly, you can get the side bands of that. Okay. Then comes the even. So you put the even I equal to 2. The moment you put I equal to 2, you will have odd number plus minus 1, plus minus 3, plus minus 5. So you will have 2 mf plus 1, 2 mf plus 3. You also have 2 mf minus 1. You also have 2 mf minus 3. So if you see mf is our mf is 100. So 2 into 100, which is 200 plus 1, so it corresponds to 201. It corresponds to 203. It corresponds to 197. It corresponds to 199. Now again you do what is the frequency present, 199 into 50, 197 into 50. This you have to do it multiplied by fundamental frequency. Then 201 cross 50, 203 cross 50. 50 is the fundamental frequency. So accordingly, you can calculate what is your this thing. Okay. Yeah. This is also one of the important kind of questions. Okay, sir, if possible, can you share the weightage of the questions other than MCQ and in final exam? See, I think it is being given in the course page. You can see to it. Sir, please let us know the blueprint for the certification exam on 26 October. Again, the blueprint is simple. You have combinations of multiple choice and the numerical kind of problem. Just like in case of assignments, you will have that total marks is 100. Yeah, 100 marks. So that will be there. Then what kind of questions can be asked from small scale modeling other than, again, see, this is something which I cannot reveal. Otherwise, I can show you the question paper. The next point is I can show you the question answer. So please try to understand. What I'm trying to say is that please go through the assignment very well. Ensure you are well prepared. 1 or 2 times you have done the assignments, because that will give you a very good idea about, first of all, very good idea about how to approach to solve a problem. Second, you will get a very good idea about the concepts also. So uh, please maintain that. I think that is what I have to say. Uh, Anything else you want to ask? Again, wherever there are numerical problems, you have to just fill in the final answer. So that is the. I think um, if there are no further questions. For numerical, can we get questions? See, the question paper has some numerical type of question and the multiple choice of questions. So multiple choice will have again you will see the multiples, while some of the questions are you have to just write the final answer. So that kind of questions are also been there. Now, will the exam has negative marking? I think there is no negative marking. I mean, again, you have to. It is well defined in NPTEL this thing. So maybe you can ask NPTEL office, will there be any negative marking? I think there is no negative marking as far as my understanding is concerned. I have to check once again with the NPTEL team. Yes. Yeah, so if it is mentioned no negative marking, then okay. Again, see, some people are asking, we expect advanced version next time, sir. See, I feel that this course itself is at advanced level. Uh, So I think, I mean, I can think about it further, but as of now, this maybe what type of question will come in hard or easy? Thank you very much, Chetan. In small in the morning, every derivation, that's good. Okay, Ratni. Okay, Ramya has asked a question that in 3 days, basically, how to get resilient. Am I audible? कितने चला गया?
और पापा जी ने बंद कर दिया था गलती से और वो कहता फोन लेके आओ लेके आओ चल क्या क्या फोन लेके आओ मेरा फोन आपको
Am I audible? By any chance? Am I audible? Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, the thing was my thing got disconnected. Uh, okay. So yes. Okay. Let me. There was one question from Ramya. In three-phase DC, how resultant is equals to 3/2 at any time? So Ramya, I have discussed in I think lecture number 26 and 27, where I discussed how we get 3/2a. So please look into that because it comes from the phasor, or you can say the uh, your phasor explanation. You will get that. So please go through that. You will get good amount of idea from there. Then code review, thank you. And study material on the lecture. Any and study material assignment only. Please go through the assignment again and again. I'm telling you once again. I would like to express my sincere gratitude for teaching you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Virya. Thank you, Pankaj. Yes, and I'll tell you very precisely that please, once again, I'm telling you, ensure that assignments you have done it once again. Try to understand how the assignments were solved. Maybe you can go through my live recording sessions. There were around 10 live recording sessions for the assignments. Please go through them. They are some are quite lengthy. You can skip the parts which you don't want to look into it. But please see how the assignments can be solved because I also explain some things not just by saying option A, option B, something more I have inserted to that. So please look into that and you will get a good idea about it. And I think with this I'll give best of luck to all you guys. I hope you enjoy this course and you will have more learnings and I hope you will also do well in the examination. Again, I feel that NPTEL is good for, I mean, it's more there for understanding the concept rather than, scoring or those things. Scorings and all, you can easily, you can, over the time, you can develop that. Maybe this time you have not done, next time you have done, you will get it. That's not a problem. But the main important thing is the concepts. You must understand how the things comes into picture. See, in India, we have problems from the charging infrastructure perspective that people are not doing a lot of power conversion unit design. They are very good in doing embedded system, IoT, making the applications, making the things related to like human interaction, and those things are very good. But from the perspective of power conversion, very few industries in India are doing it. Very few startups are doing it. So I also expect that a lot of people will come forward to do the power conversion unit in India itself, so that entire EVACs, entire charging station, we can say that it is completely done in India. And okay, I have chosen charging infrastructure as a topic for my research. What problems can I address? Okay. Now there are problems from multiple angles you can think about. One problem is from the power conversion unit perspective. Second problem is from the communication perspective. In communication perspective, a lot of cyber attacks are happening, so that you can say. Then that you can address like cyber attacks or cyber security related issues, you can say. Then in power conversion perspective, you have unified charging system, you can say. For example, let's say if someone is plugging in the AC, someone is plugging in the DC, so unified solutions, irrespective of the uh, your uh, maybe irrespective of what kind of charger which gets plugged in, that is first thing. Second thing, you can think from the charging station perspective, like what all component should be there in a charging station. The DC distribution, whether it is a DC distribution, whether it is a AC distribution. There is solid state transformer which people are talking about in case of charging station thing. Then power conversion unit of your your EVACs. You can think about low component count, more efficient power conversion things. You can think about. You can think about multi-level based AC/DC power conversion, which using which you can think about reducing the DC link capacitors for AC/DC converter, especially for single phase charging, because if you can able to reduce the DC link capacitors, that's when you can get the very power dense power conversion unit. Then DC-DC conversion part, again the efficiency component count is one things which are there. So there are a lot of problems which are there from the grid perspective. It is there because from the power system perspective, one thing is important. Uh, See, in India we have single tariff system, and maybe in future there could be a multiple tariff system may occur. A lot of researchers are working on that already in US, in Western world, where they are trying to work on uh, whenever you have the variable tariffs. So how the charging station service provider will provide that benefit to the user as well as to itself. So there comes a lot of things related to tariffs, things related to uh, kind of concepts which are used in energy markets. So kind of that how you can optimize those things such that you'll provide the profits to yourself as well as to the user. So those algorithms for that can also be there. Then renewable integration with the charging station, renewable integration will be the thing in the future, because the dependency of the grid has to come down. So only way is through the renewable integration, where you are integrating solar and wind farms with the charging station. And let's say you have a, for example, let's say you have a petrol pump, just like that you have a charging stations where you may have 3 or 4 EVSCs which are connected, which are there. So to power that part, you may have to take the power from the grid. So instead of that, you can just provide renewable charging systems, and so that you do not have to be so much dependent on the grid. Instead, you can actually support the grid on the other way around. So that kind of things will be there in future. And then again, as we go along future, wireless power transfer, then dynamic charging of vehicle, battery swapping is also one thing which are coming in very, what you can say. I mean, government of India is also coming up with the strategies for battery swapping. They're trying to identify or trying to give different a kind of Aadhaar number for battery so that it can be tracked down what are the usages and accordingly define what is the level, how it can be used, where, with which kind of batteries it can be. So all those things are also a very important thing. For reducing TSD, yes, if you use AC/DC, PWM based AC/DC rectifiers, the TSD is already very good. But again, you can further work upon that to further improve that. So that is what from my side I would say. Okay, if no further questions, I'll just stop for today. Best of luck for exams, and I hope you all will do good. Thank you, and I'll try to post this live session recording today itself. Let's see whether NPTEL office can able to provide one. I hope they will be able to. They told that you send us this recording, we will submit it. So please do that as early as possible. Okay. Thank you everyone for attending, and best of luck for your examination.
Sir,
Thank you,
thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Most important
Thank you,
topics
sir.
I've already told. Boost PFC part, do it. Uh, I mean, again, if you start from the first, you do the first 4 lecture and then the last after 48 to 60 lectures. That will, I mean, if you can able to do it properly, you'll be able to get 25, more than 25 marks if you can able to do that part properly. Then in converters, AC/DC converters, your totem pole PFCs, your boost PFC, your DC/DC, your AC/DC part which we have discussed. Those parts are very important. How to find out the output voltage, how to find out the input-output relationship. Those things are important. Then basically, I'll just suggest you go through the assignment. You will get the good kind of reads which are there. Okay. Then PSFB is also there. DAB, we just have 2 important formulas which were discussed. The switching loss part is also there. Again, I'm just going through it. I mean, I cannot say, I mean, you cannot, I mean, I cannot say that this topic is important, that topic is important. But to go through it, assignments, you do it properly. That's all I can say. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll leave and the meeting for all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.